Yes, sir.
Basically, the wages changed due to CBAs and also an adjustment that was made to me in the prior year. Equipment maintenance, I made a slight adjustment down. And then also printing and supplies I adjusted, but did have to bring up the postage where we've been running over in that one. This postage covers every department in the town. So that postage machine runs for Public Works, Fire, Police, the Town Hall, all the departments.
And you also had an increase in postal rates.
Yep.
And that also includes committees like recycling, if they decide to mail out something to business?
It goes through that machine.
But
That's where
it doesn't get transferred to that account?
No.
Oh. Well,
We do
I guess we'll have to spend a lot more money in recycling.
We do not record what group is using
Okay,
it.
that's all right. Go ahead.
If you take a look at, for instance, the town tax collector's budget, she indicated to you she had to increase the amount of money for research for titles because they have a lot more people they have to send notices to. All those notices now have to go out certified mail, return receipt requested. So they're about $6 a notice.
Yeah.
They used to be $3 a notice, so they've doubled over the last few years.
Now there is some amount of postage included in the tax bill line, I believe, which is in the tax collector.
That's for mailing the tax bill.
Yes. But if there's an overage, anything over and above what they have allocated, then it comes back to this line again.
Okay, thank you, Ben.
And then procurement advertising. So basically there's an $8,000 change, 2.6%, and I've offset everything but the regular wages. So the regular wages is the net effect that's dropping through.
Okay.
Question.
Mr. Moore?
Thank you. Mike, the digital or the contracted services, which is explained as microfilming of digitalized assessing records, $5,000 budget this year, very little spent to July, and the same number requested next year. Is that, how many years will we see that? Is that going to be a yearly service?
Hopefully it has a life of maybe 1 or 2 more years at the most.
And you expect to spend that full $5,000 this year?
Or close to it. We have a large collection of the data. We just basically have to get it down to the digitizer.
Okay.
So
why is it being charged to your budget versus assessing's budget?
Because when we looked at the project, we felt that the records they're all assessing records at the moment, but then we're going to be looking at the planning records. We're going to be looking at
Okay,
a bunch
so
of different things.
it's town records.
Yeah,
Very well.
town records.
And then I would suggest, as you're going through with the manager, looking for good news in some areas, I think it sure looks like your postage budget is tight as it can be, because it looks as if this year you're going to annualize, to use that overused word, that you're going to annualize that about $27,000. And I would imagine they'll be increasing the postage rates again next year.
It literally comes down to is how many times I have to feed the machine in a year.
Yeah, you can do a little timing.
The fifth one usually kills it.
Anyway, that's. Can I just ask one question about audit service, and then I won't have to come back? I know that he didn't cover it. When are we due for another rebid of that service?
14.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Nichols?
Yeah, only one question, Mike. The part-time wages at 18.2, the same amount, and that being essentially one position, the record, when that position was created by Fred, like, I have my years off, but it was like a couple of years ago.
2 years ago.
That was a position that was not perpetual. It was come in, do it for several years, and then it was going to go away.
Yeah.
Where does that?
To me, it's going to run right along with the digitizing of the records. So I'm saying about 2 years or less.
So 13 is the last year, or
Might swap into 14, but it will have a life. It will go away.
in sometime in 14 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been looking at different kinds of services that can come in and do this entire thing for us, as opposed to having someone in-house to do it.
I'm not questioning the efficiency of what we're paying so much as it was a project that started and stopped and
It looks
whatever.
like early 14 it will be done.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all I have.
Mr. Beans?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have no questions. Would like to offer this comment with this budget review. Michael, your outstanding reputation throughout the state is well deserved. Thank you for your service. And I say that to you as well, Mr. Welch, as your leadership on this town. And it's 6 months with this board under your leadership, Mr. Chairman. I find the board very, very proficient, and very, very capable, and thankful to serve. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you want to move on?
Yep. MIS is on page 21.